have a little bit of a secret. It's about how to get a perfect hem for a skirt every single time. Hemming is a complicated thing sometimes. It can be hard to make sure that it's straight or that it's perfectly the way that you want it to be, especially when it's put onto a body. There are a lot of aspects of hemming that are quite confusing, frankly, and can be extremely frustrating. But early on in my sewing journey, I found a little trick, and it's older than you think. It's this thing right here. The hem marker. So unfortunately, I can't give you a method that's going to work every single time that doesn't involve a tool. But the good thing about this tool is that it's all over eBay and you can get vintage ones for very affordable prices. On top of that too, if you really wanted to, you could make your own. It's really just a ruler with a stand that's then placed level on the ground, and you use the hem from the ground up. If you would like to make a hem marker yourself, I would recommend getting a wooden ruler or some type of easily markable ruler. It only needs to be maybe about a foot long. It doesn't have to be extremely tall or anything, unless you're planning on working with much shorter skirt lengths, which in the case of historical fashion doesn't typically happen. And then you're also going to need something to be able to balance it so it stays upright on the ground. You could probably use a number of different things for this. Perhaps even 2 other sticks on each side taped or glued could be an option, and that way that would keep it straight up. But it really is something that is totally possible to make yourself, and again, there's plenty of them available as well on eBay and around the internet. So the way that this process works is that you're going to want to put your skirt unhemmed onto a dress form or a dummy. And make sure you keep all of your undergarments as well on the dress form. So for instance, if you're going to use some type of padding, make sure that the dress form is also wearing that padding, because that is going to cause the skirt to hang differently. Additionally, if you use something like a bustle or a crinoline, of course, make the dress form wear that as well, because all of that, again, is going to alter the shape of the hem. Then what you're going to want to do is decide how long you want your hem to be generally. Measure that distance from the waistline all the way to the end of the skirt, and then place your hem marker at the ground and measure up and see what mark that becomes on the actual hem marker itself, because it has that ruler portion, and on that ruler it's going to give you a specific measurement. At that point, you can place a pin, and then you can either adjust your hem marker to that point, or if you're making one yourself and just using some type of ruler, what you can do is then just mark that on the actual ruler and go all the way around the skirt and mark that same point on the skirt. That in turn is going to give you an even hem all the way around, even if you have something altering the silhouette like a bustle or some type of padding. Because you're measuring from the ground up, the measurement stays the same no matter what is going on up by the waistline. So yeah, that's really it. I just wanted to film this quick video to tell you all, either get a hem marker or make one if you're having trouble with this. Additionally, if you don't have a dress form, you can have a friend or somebody you know place pins all the way around the hem at your marked spot. It's such an easy tool to use that even somebody without sewing experience is capable of just placing a pin at a certain measurement. Because of that, it becomes extremely accessible to all different types of skill level. Also, if it isn't comfortable for you to be sitting on the floor or to go down to that level, if it's just not possible because of, say, a disability or something, you can also still use the hem marker by propping your dress form up onto a table and then using the hem marker from the table up. The hem marker is definitely one of my favorite devices, and it really is that simple to use, and that's why I knew I needed to shoot this video, even though it's very short, to tell you all about it, because truly I think that a lot of people might have a greater ease of mind just by knowing that something like this even exists. I certainly didn't know this existed until I saw a random person talking about it on the internet, kind of like what you're doing right now. Anyways, that's all I had to say about this awesome device. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all on Thursday for another video.